you ever wondered how a tiny little idea just blows up into a massive market leader? Well, it's not just luck. A lot of it is about speaking the right language. In this explainer, we're going to follow that exact journey, and you'll learn the key business English phrases that make it all happen. Let's dive in.
So, what even is this language of success? You can think of it like a toolkit. It's the set of words and phrases that helps you build, grow, and lead. These aren't just words. They are the instructions for turning ambition into something real. Let's open up this toolkit and see what's inside. All right, so every story has a beginning, right? And in the world of business, that beginning is always an idea. It's that little creative spark where it all gets started. It all begins right here with great ideas. This is the absolute foundation. And we're not talking about just any old thought that pops into your head, but an idea that has the potential to actually solve a problem for people. Like an app that helps you find a parking spot, or a service that delivers fresh food right to your door. A lot of the time, a great idea is really an act of innovation. Now, this isn't just about inventing something totally new from scratch. It's about seeing things differently, a new method, a new approach, something that just shakes up the old way of doing things. This is the real seed of our business story. Okay, so you've got this awesome, innovative idea. What's next? You can't just run with it, right? You need a plan. And this next phase is all about strategy. It's about turning that raw creative energy into a solid roadmap for success. And that path, from just an idea to actually being on the market, can usually be broken down into 4 key steps. You start with research, then you figure out a need, you take advantage of an opportunity, and finally, you enter the market. Let's take a closer look at what each of these really means. First things first, customer research. You've got to do your homework. Before you build anything, you absolutely need to know who you're building it for. What do they actually want? What are their biggest headaches? This is where you play detective and find those crucial answers. And all that detective work, it leads you right to this, the ability to meet a need. See, a truly successful business isn't just selling a product. It's giving people a solution. It's filling a gap or fixing a problem that your customers actually have. Good research doesn't just find a problem, it uncovers an opportunity. But here's the thing about opportunities. They don't hang around forever. The key is to take advantage of an opportunity, which means acting, and acting decisively when the timing is perfect. Okay, so your research is done, you've found your opportunity. What's the last step in this phase? It's showtime. It's time to enter a market. This is the launch. This is the moment your business stops being a secret plan and becomes a public reality. So you're in the market. That's huge. But believe me, the work is just getting started. Now it's all about putting that plan into action. It's about executing, growing, and reacting to what the real world throws at you. As you start to grow, you're going to want to extend a product range. You can't just stick with your one great idea forever. You build on it. You add new products, new services, things to keep your brand fresh and appeal to even more people. And when you extend your product range, what happens? You end up with a larger variety of goods. It's pretty simple, really. More choices mean more customers. This is how a little company starts to make a much bigger splash. So it's really important to remember that all this growth, all this expansion is driven by one single thing, the desire to satisfy consumer demand. You see how we've come full circle here? We started by meeting a need, and now we're satisfying demand. A great business just never, ever stops listening to its customers. So the company's growing, it's listening, it's expanding. And then, if you do things right, you get to this one pivotal moment, the moment of the breakthrough. This is it. This is that turning point. It's when all the research, all the planning, all that hard work finally pays off, and your business just smashes through its limits in this huge, game-changing way. To make a breakthrough basically means hitting a major success that shoots your company up to a completely new level. It could be a product that goes viral, or a new technology that changes the whole industry. It's the moment you stop being just another company and you become a leader. After the breakthrough comes the reward. This is the final act of our story, where we get to see the amazing results that come from having a great vision and executing it perfectly. One of the biggest rewards is a strong, loyal base of existing customers. These are your fans, the people who were there with you in the early days. A breakthrough doesn't just bring in new people, it makes your bond with your original supporters even stronger. Success also does this. It helps to raise somebody's status, and in this case, the company's status. You're not seen as just a little startup anymore. People see you as a serious player, and your reputation just soars. And that higher status often lets you build an upmarket image. Your brand starts to be associated with quality, with luxury, with success. It's this premium feeling that you've worked so hard to earn. And, of course, let's not forget the rewards you can actually measure: sales and profit. This is the bottom line. It's the financial fuel that proves your business works and gives you the resources to innovate and grow even more. And really, it all comes down to this. Every single step we've talked about, from that first great idea all the way to the breakthrough, is designed to make these two lines, sales and profit, go up and up. This chart right here, that's the visual proof of a job well done. So, there you have it, the vocabulary that can take one simple idea and turn it into a massive success story. We've walked through the whole journey from a tiny spark to a market leader. Now that you have this language at your command, there's really only one question left. What breakthrough will you make?